Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book on record to play for you. Today's book is Raggedy Ann and Andy, songbook for 1980, requested by Lemire Diamond. So let's get started.
This is your Raggedy Ann and Andy sing-along book. Read along and learn the words, and then we will sing the songs. Every time you hear this chime, it means that you are to turn the page in your songbook. Now we are ready to begin our adventure into the land of songs. Open your Raggedy Ann and Andy songbook, and we will begin. Remember, when you hear the chime, turn the page. Raggedy Ann could hear Marcella practicing her piano lessons. Sometimes, if you listened very carefully, you could hear Marcella sing a song or two. Raggedy Ann loved to sing. In fact, she wished that she could be a singer on the stage. She would ask her brother Andy,
"Wouldn't you like to sing on the stage with me? We could make a great many people happy."
He would always laugh at that, for he would much rather pretend that he was a cowboy. One day, Raggedy Ann had an idea.
"Let's put on a show."
She told all her friends in the playroom. The loony knight, who loved to laugh and giggle, stopped long enough to say,
I think that is a wonderful idea.
Soon all the toys and dolls agreed. Raggedy Ann was very happy.
"It will be fun to sing and dance."
Raggedy Andy jumped off the little toy block he was sitting on and said,
Who will you put the show on for?
all the toys looked at Raggedy Ann and said,
Andy is right. Who will see the show?
Raggedy Ann told her friends,
It will be for us, so we can have some fun. Some of you will sing, some of you will dance, and maybe a few of you will tell jokes.
the dolls and toys began to work on their show right away. The camel with the wrinkled knees wobbled up to Raggedy Ann and asked,
What can I do? I don't think I'm a very good dancer, since it is hard for me even to walk straight.
Raggedy Ann patted him on his nose and said,
I think you will be a wonderful singer and dancer.
Me sing and dance?
he asked.
Why, certainly.
Said Raggedy Ann.
You have such a nice speaking voice. I'm sure you will sing beautifully. And as for dancing, you might just have to practice a bit harder.
Soon everyone was busy in the playroom. The loony knight was in one corner dancing. Alexander Graham Wolf was dancing and singing in another corner. The twin penny dolls were practicing their dance steps. Only Andy sat alone on the shelf doing nothing. When Raggedy Ann saw him, she called up to him,
Andy, come down here. You are going to be in the show, too.
Andy looked down at Raggedy Ann and said,
It is silly for me to sing and dance. I don't know how.
Raggedy Ann smiled and said,
Well, I'll help you. And Babette the French doll will help you learn to dance. We will make a wonderful team.
Andy said he didn't think so. But the camel with the wrinkled knees said,
Andy, you will be the best in the show if you just practice. You know what Marcella's mother tells her. Practice makes perfect.
Those words, Andy jumped down from the shelf and began working on the song he and Raggedy Ann would sing in the show. The Jack-in-the-Box popped his head close to the playroom door and said,
I think Marcella's coming up the stairs. Everyone, go to your places.
all the toys and dolls ran to their places just as the playroom door opened. Marcella walked into the room and said,
I wonder which of the dolls I will take outside to play with.
Just as she was reaching for Raggedy Ann, Marcella's mother called that it was time for lunch. Marcella told the dolls that she would see them later and walked out the door. Raggedy Andy said with a sigh of relief,
Phew. I'm glad you did not have to go with Marcella. Now we will have time to practice for the show.
Alexander Graham Wolf came over to Raggedy Ann, who was spinning around and around like a toe dancer, and asked her,
When does the show go on?
Raggedy Ann told him.
We'll have the show after Marcella goes to bed tonight.
Soon the moonlight shone into the room. The dolls had built a little stage with a curtain under a table. The silly loony knight began to beat on the drum that he carried. Raggedy Ann called out,
Welcome to the show. We will sing songs and have lots of fun. First, we will recite the songs, and then, when the loony knight beats on his drum, we will sing the songs together. The first one to sing will be Alexander Graham Wolf.
Alexander Graham Wolf walked into the moonbeam spotlight and made a deep bow.
I will sing, Oh, You Beautiful Doll. First, I will recite the words of the song. Read them along with me. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Let me put my arms around you. I could never live without you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you ever leave me, how my heart will ache. I want to hug you, but I fear you break. Oh, 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 you beautiful doll. Now, everyone sing the song with me.
Everyone applauded when he finished. Then Babette, the little French doll, stepped into the moonlight and recited her song, The Lost Doll.
I once had a sweet little doll, dears, the prettiest doll in the world. Her cheeks were so red and so white, dears, and her hair was so charmingly curled. But I lost my poor little doll, dears, as I played in the heath one day. And I cried for more than a week, dears, but I never could find where she lay. Now, everyone sing the song along with me.
I once had a sweet little doll, dears, the prettiest doll in the world. Her cheeks were so red and so white, dears, and her hair was so charmingly curled. But I lost my poor little doll, dears, as I played in the heat one day. And I cried for more than a week, dears, but I never could find where she lay.
After the applause died down, Grandpa stepped forward and said,
And now I will sing a favorite song of mine, Doll Dance. Here are the words. What a peculiar tune, thrilling me night and noon. What a peculiar tune. Has such a funny swing. It's such a catchy thing. making me like a loon. It teases me, pleases me, it's in the air, it's everywhere. It's haunting me, taunting me, what a refrain, play it again. Making me want to dance, making me want to prance, that melody so queer. Making me want to twirl, keeping my brain a whirl. Rhythm is all I hear. The doll dance is its name. It's gonna drive you insane. Such a peculiar tune. You're gonna hum it soon. What a peculiar tune. Now let's sing it together. Pincushion stepped forward and said,
I have a song to sing. It's called Down at the Station. It's a wonderful song about the train here in our playroom. The words are, down at the station, early in the morning, see the little puffer bells standing in a row. See the station master, pull the little handle, choo-choo, hoof, hoof, off they go. Now, let's all sing it together. Down at the station, early in the morning, see the little puffer bells standing in a row. See the station master pull the little handle, choo choo, hoof hoof, on they go.
Finally, it was time for the twin penny dolls to do their number, and they chose Toyland. First, they recited the words.
Toyland, Toyland, little town of Toyland, while you dwell within, you are ever happy then. Childhood's Joyland, mystic merry Toyland, once you pass its borders, you can never return again.
Then they sang it. You sing along, too. Soon it was time for Raggedy Ann and Andy to do their song. Raggedy Ann said,
We will sing The Wedding of the Painted Doll. We will recite the words and then we will sing it. It's a holiday.
today's the wedding of the painted doll.
It's a jolly day.
The news is spreading all around the hall.
Red Riding Hood and Buster Brown, the Jumping Jack jumped into town.
From far and near, they're coming here.
Church bells ringing, bringing all the little dollies
doll has fussed around for weeks and weeks.
Share the blues. No time to lose.
Rice and shoes will spread the news. Then it's a holiday. Today is the wedding of the little painted doll. Now let's sing it together. It's a holiday. Today is the wedding of the painted doll. It's a jolly day. The news is spreading all around the hall. Red Riding Hood, Buster Brown, the jumping jack, the winter town, the black and bear, the darling dear, church bells ringing, bringing all the little dollies from the valleys with their painted cheeks. The little mama doll has fussed around for weeks and weeks. Shoes are blues, no time to lose. Rice and shoes will spread the news. Then it's a holiday. Today is the wedding of the little painted doll.
Soon the show was over. The dolls had a wonderful time. Raggedy Ann and Andy thought they were the luckiest dolls in the world to live in Marcella's playroom with all their wonderful friends.
So that was Raggedy Ann and Andy songbook from 1980, requested by Lemire Diamond. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be Raggedy Ann and Andy, Book of Manners.